What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 6Scale Reviews. It's Dan here, and today we have the Amazing Spider-Man from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew Garfield, aka this is the No Way Home suit. It is a 2.0 of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, 1.0 that we got like a long time ago. And yeah, so they came out with this other one, totally upgraded suit, different proportions, updated head sculpt slightly, not much. This is definitely a 2.0, more than a reissue in my opinion, but I'm really excited about this. This is one I've been waiting for, and yeah, I really want to complete that No Way Home Spider-Man line, in terms of at least the main three Spider-Man. So yeah, happy to have this in the collection. This is MMS 658, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Here's the box. I love the vibrant colors on here. The blue, the red. It's super vibrant. The picture looks super HD, and those big wide eyes. It looks incredible. Very nice, pleasant looking box. I got this crazy you know, uh, like panels of different stuff here, in the back behind all the warning labels. So that's cool. No, there's not really texture on here. You got some lightning right here. Pretty cool box, honestly. I'm pretty impressed. But it is just a box at the end of the day. Now there is a slip cover. It's just a bit difficult to get off on mine for some reason. But there it is. Taking it off, and you can kind of see a window into the figure right here. He doesn't really come with much, I'll be honest, from what I can see in here. I went ahead and removed the plastic already on the figure itself. So just going ahead, pulling this out. And yeah, he only comes with one tray of hands. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff out, lay it out on the table, and let's take a closer look what he comes with. Alright everyone, here is everything that this Andrew Garfield Spider-Man comes with. It's not a ton. Let's just be honest, it's not. So take that as you will. And yeah, let's look at these hands. So I actually get a pretty decent amount of hands. I do have a gripe with them. They seem to not quite match the color of the suit, and I'll show a little bit more of that later, but I'm not going to get into detail with these hands because if you have a Hot Toy Spider-Man, then you already know pretty much all of these sculpts. You've seen them before in one figure or another. But we do get two pointing hands though, for the left and right hand, so that's pretty new. And you already know what that's for. Of course, we got the actual web shooters for the inside of the palm, two flipping hands, two relaxed hands, two wall crawling hands, and of course a peace sign. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, we'll kind of talk about that in a little bit. We have the same kind of recycled webs here, the 90-degree angle, a couple of the regular like web shots, I guess, whatever, and then a couple of long webs here as well. Get this little spool, or whatever you want to call it. It looks like it attaches to stuff, so you would just go boom, whatever. I never use that thing, so that's gonna go right back in the box. And then of course we have this, spooled up version of the webs. Nothing too crazy. It just goes over the hands. It's the same stuff we've seen before. No new webs. I do want to talk about the base though. It is a very, very simple base. Has a nice metallic, not metallic, but a sheen to it. As you can see right there. Has an angle towards the light. It's just a black and red Amazing Spider-Man 2. It says Amazing Spider-Man there. And then it says 2023 on there, so this is definitely a new base. But yeah, it comes with the dynamic stand. I have it still off to the side because, again, it's very redundant. But I do have to say, this head sculpt, it's pretty damn good. Like, I'm looking at this in hand, and even on camera, this thing, I hope it's translating as well as it is in person for me, but this thing looks fantastic. Like, that looks just like Andrew Garfield, in my opinion, from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Let's be honest, he'd look totally different in No Way Home. But I mean, man, these angles right here, I can really, in my opinion, see Andrew Garfield. So I really like the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks like Ultra HD. As I zoom in here, like just it's the sculpt's tiny. It's refined, if I can find the correct word, that would be it. Because in the original one, it's a slightly different sculpt, a little different expression. Got the mouth open a little bit, like at least from the pictures I've seen and from people in hand. Like this thing looks fantastic. I think it looks great for the movie was from. I know a lot of people were disappointed about this head sculpt because it's not the one from No Way Home. But let's be honest, Hot Toys never said it was from No Way Home. They always advertised this as the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So, in my opinion, I don't know what you were expecting. But yes, I totally get it. They just couldn't get the license for some reason, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, this head sculpt still looks great. I like it a lot. Let me know what you guys think about this head sculpt in the comments below. And last but not least, we got the little mask, the non-wearable mask that he will just hold in his hand. It's here. Looks nice. I love all the different little raised web lines. Oh, my camera doesn't want to focus. There we go. You can see all the honeycomb textures and everything. You can get a good look at the mask right now. Those lenses are fantastic. But yeah, looks really cool. It's a cool little mask, for sure. But yeah, that's everything that comes with it. Let's go ahead, get the figure out, and let's see what he looks like. All right, everybody, here we are. Andrew Garfield in the flesh. This suit looks incredible. Love the proportions on this. I mean, it looks like a real guy in a suit. Sorry for the angle as well. I will show the whole figure, but I just want to show up close the details on this thing. Look fantastic. I mean, those eyes, the honeycomb detail, the gloss around the edge of the actual eye, they look incredible, man. The proportions, the shoulders are very broad. He looks great, man. You can see all the texture in the suit. It's kind of like a rubbery, how do I describe it? It's like a rubbery print material. And then you got fabric for the boots and the rest of the costume. And the boots are all together. You got the web shooters here, fabric. And yeah, this is him in the suit. It looks great. I'm really happy with it. I always like this design over the first one. But yeah, man, I don't have too much to complain about. I did kind of want to talk about this color match though. Like I mentioned earlier, you can see that the red doesn't quite match up with the red on the suit. It's a lot darker, so it kind of takes me out of it a little bit. But yeah, it's not too big a deal. But you can definitely see that it is a totally different color, a different shade of red. Not sure why, but yeah, just very odd by Hot Toys. Odd decision, but is what it is. It still looks fantastic in my opinion. Yeah, it looks great. Let's go ahead and swap the head sculpt though. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it because it's a little sketchy, and I just want to make sure you guys are aware. So the head sculpt, it does kind of pull off right here. Be very careful with this head sculpt because one, it does articulate right here, but it's all fabric. This is all fabric. So you just want to be very careful with all this stuff where it all attaches to. You want to be careful with how this is glued to the chin. There's some QC issues on mine as well. You can kind of see like the seam doesn't quite line up with the way they try to hide it. And I totally get it. But then right here, there's like a web line that's like messed up right here. So a little bit of some QC issues by Hot Toys, but not a big deal. Still looks great in my opinion, but yeah, this is definitely something you want to be very careful of when posing the head because the whole thing is fabric. So yeah, as you can see, the neck connector is right here. All you got to do is take this head off carefully and then add this one. Now this one, same thing. You have the exposed neck and all this other stuff, and all you got to do, attach to the connector like so. Boom. This one has more of like a noticeable gap around the neck. Nothing too bad, but still, you can kind of see like it's not super unnoticeable, but you can definitely see it's there. You can try pushing down to kind of try to hide it, but it is what it is. This head sculpt looks fantastic on the figure itself. Really happy the way this came out. I mean, it looks just like Andrew Garfield, man. Really happy with it. Yeah, and I do like the exposed neck. It really adds to the realism of the figure, and I think that's pretty important, especially for this movie character because it's from a real live action movie, not from a game or anything like that. But damn, he looks awesome. But yeah, that's him, Andrew Garfield on there. He has a separate neck joint here. You can see it can just turn right here. These kind of pop off a little easy, so let me know if that happens with you guys as well. But mine comes off rather easy, which I'm not too upset about or anything, but it's very kind of annoying sometimes when you're trying to articulate the head up and down, because look, it just wants to boop. So be careful with that, because yes, this part on this head sculpt is fabric as well right here. This is fabric, believe it or not. I couldn't believe it when I pulled it out the box, but yeah, that's fabric. So be very careful. I'm gonna go ahead and put this head sculpt down, put this guy back up, because we're gonna talk about articulation now. Articulation should be pretty good. We have ratcheted shoulders here that go up well above 90. You can see right there. You can hear the thing clicking. The shoulders go up over his head, so that's a plus, because I've heard and seen videos and reviews of the old one, and it cannot do that because the suit would probably just rip. Double jointed elbows, of course. You got a butterfly up at the bicep. You have another joint up here, and then you can actually pull this joint down a little bit or up, based on how you want to pose it. So this thing can actually move quite well. You got some stuff in the torso. You have two. You have one right here and then one at the bottom. So you can get some really good ab crunch and flex in the back. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the torso. You can get some good twist as well, actually. I mean, wow, that's actually a really good amount of twist. Pretty damn good. Legs will go up just to about there, about 90. Before I get too uncomfortable. You can see all the bunching there. I'm not sure how this suit is going to hold up over time, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. You got double jointed knees, of course. We have the legs go out to about there. As you can see, it's visibly hitting the plastic right here. So that's cool, I guess. It goes back about 45 degrees. And then, of course, last but not least, we got the ankles. Now, I heard the ankles were a big problem on the old one. Like I said, I didn't have the figure. I just watched a shit ton of reviews on it. And it seemed like that figure sucked when it came to the ankles. But this one seems all right. For now, they're not super strong, but they seem like they will hold together. And I do like that there is no, crinkling right here at the ankles like some figures that we've gotten that have a whole piece suit. So I really like that. It looks really good. Ankle can do all kinds of crazy shit, as you can see. But yeah, that's pretty good. I believe this has a toe articulation. Very minor, if at all. So yeah, you can kind of see. Barely. Not even worth even mentioning, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much the articulation. I did the head last on purpose because, like I said, this is very sketchy. I do not like the way this comes about, because then look, you're kind of twisting the material right here. And I don't like how over time this might be a problem. Moving around, grabbing it by the head, the fabric sliding around. I just not a fan of it, but it does look great. It does go up like this. I love the shape of the head as well, because it looks so real. It looks just like it did in the movie proportion wise, and I'm very happy with that. But yeah, just be very careful with the head, guys, because you don't want to mess up this mask, because you mess up the mask and it comes all floppy and loop, whatever. It's gonna look like shit, and you don't want that, especially with a brand new figure like this. So just like I said, be careful posing the head. That's my only concern that I can see here. But anyways, that's it. That's everything for this figure. Let's go ahead, pose this guy up, and wrap this video up, guys. Let's go. All right, everyone. Here we are with the first pose. Got Andrew Garfield here, unmasked, and just standing there. He looks fantastic. Really, I got no real complaints besides maybe like the hand color is not matching the red on the suit, but that's very minor in my opinion. I think the head sculpt looks pretty damn good. like it was solicited before. It's just from Amazing Spider-Man 2, not No Way Home, even though it clearly will fit in the No Way Home line, but it is what it is. Like I said, here's a close-up of the head sculpt. It looks great, especially in person. Like, I was actually truly impressed. Like, the paint apps, like, for this being an older sculpt, it's still pretty good in my opinion. I know not for all, but I think it's pretty cool. The suit textures on this look amazing. We got that little pill design from the red to the blue, the raised web lines, and the big spider. It looks fantastic. Yeah, the suit overall is just it's a really cool design. It's a classic take, and he just looks really good in 6 scale. But this is head and shoulders way above the original release of this figure. It looks way better. Just the proportions alone just really upgraded this figure like a whole notch. So the lenses on here, the great details, the mask, it just, there's no nasty seam line also going running up the head of the figure. So that's a big plus, because that thing just looked like a hood. But yeah, this thing looks great. He can pose on a handstand as well, strong enough to do that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of this figure. If you guys are picking this up, completing the No Way Home line, because I'll probably get most of the No Way Home line if I'm being honest. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. Appreciate you guys for watching this far, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.